team like Chelsea, with the amount of money you spent, yeah, you have to make sure you get it right in the attacking areas, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea midfielders don't score goals, cool. But that's even more reason why you need more goals up front, bro. Even more reason. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not complaining that midfielders aren't scoring when your attackers are scoring. You're not complaining.
Mhm.
Your attackers are massively, massively, massively underperforming. I don't know if Poch alone is the issue, yeah. It's like someone's heads have to roll in it. Someone has to
We
pay the price in it, and usually it's the manager in it. And especially now that
That's it.
Jose is available, yeah, on a little short term thing, it's like he can't be any worse.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not just the manager, but the number one change that could facilitate immediate improvement is only sacking the manager, and he's
Mm-hmm.
done nothing to warrant keeping this job anyway.
Mm,
I'm at the point where if you back Pot, you're a cuck. Because
mm,
what are you keeping him for? Other than to hopefully have something you could flex over Tottenham fans if we win the Carabao Cup with Poch. Yay. Is that
mm,
worth standing by this crap? Like, in spite of the fact that players aren't performing to their best potential, structurally we're screwed. So they're doomed
mm.
from the start. I can only get at players on a game by game basis. I can't get at any of them and say that they're not good enough unless they're one of the players that have been here a year or two ago. But that's not the
Mm.
case with us. We've got a bunch of players that have been here for at least a year. They're struggling under the system of this manager because I've seen them all succeed under other managers in other systems.
Mm.
Right? The Poch debate is very simple. We are 11th in February. Get out of my club. That's it. End of
I hear it.
conversation.
Now, literally, even if it's not his fault, at this point, it doesn't matter. You know them ones like that.
Mhm.
That's just how football works, and it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Like if you're not getting out of the team what you're supposed to be getting out of the team, you have to go in it. Like you have to go.
So,
So I hear it.
I can't believe it's such a simple conversation, but people can't understand it. All you need to give Poch time is everybody else's fault except Poch. It's the player's fault. It's the director's fault. He's been given an awful hand to deal with. It is BS. I have a squad
Mm.
that should be in the European spots already. Before the Liverpool loss last week, if we had won 3 games, including Villa at home, we would be joint fourth.
Mm.
We are massively underachieving. Even the people who rate Poch think we should be 7th or 8th. We are 11th. So
Mm.
go. That's
No,
it.
I
Like,
hear it.
going anywhere. So I feel like I'm just shouting at a wall. We'll
No,
probably lose
it's
in
crazy.
the 50% of our opportunities of winning a trophy gone, and they'll still be here. Everyone thinks
Yeah.
he deserves an opportunity to walk us out for the cup final.
Mm.
Why? Why? Because he beat AFC Wimbledon, a League Two side. Because we beat Middlesbrough. Because
Mm.
we beat Blackburn like it's 1993, and that means something. Because
Yep.
Trippier chested the ball down in his box in the 94th minute, so he didn't get knocked out. Is this why he deserves to walk us out to Wembley? Any of you who
Mm.
thinks he should walk us out to Wembley when we get battered 8-0 by Liverpool, don't cry, don't complain, don't moan, don't even feel disappointed about it because you asked for this. We could have had an easier opportunity, not an easier opportunity. We could have had a better chance with a different coach. But instead, we're
Fez.
stuck with this fucking tactically challenged manager, and you want to take him to Wembley, a bigger pitch than Anfield, with the structure that he plays. Our midfield, our midfield is genuinely so screwed with the way that we play because we leave Caicedo isolated, and then we force Enzo into second striker and left wing positions. And then we wonder why the midfield has no cohesion. We wonder why Caicedo is struggling to pass the ball forwards and he's surrounded by 4 players every time he receives possession.
Mm.
Why? Because the system. He was poor for that first goal, but my problem is I have seen him receive the ball with 4 players around him in a tight space about 50 times this season. It's structural. The second goal, Ben Chilwell is just a bag of crap. I've been saying that. Awful, awful left back. But people think we need him. People rate him over Cucurella. People throw Cucurella under the bus for him. He is an absolute bitch, by the way. with some of the words that I heard him saying at full time. Oh, not Brentford, Wolves. Wolves just wanted it more than us. Not that we didn't want it, but they just wanted it more than us. You fucking piece of shit.
It's funny, isn't it? It's actually funny because like
back for the third goal, by the way.
Mm.
My captain loses possession and jogs back. The Rottweiler, Mr. Pressing Machine, Cunha quickly enough to get back for a cutback. The guy starts running and then slows down. Then decides, oh no, maybe I should get to him. He scored. He scored. The pair of them decide, let's leave. Wheel out Thiago Silva to go race against someone else for another 90 minutes. Fourth goal. Cunha just burns Gusto. In all honesty, he just burns him. Takes him down. Silly challenge. Can't do anything about that. It's poor from Gusto. Gusto actually has some credit in the bank this season, so I don't have too much energy on him. And the game was done. But he was still poor. Still poor. He got ran through by what's his name, Cunha. That's it. By then the game was done anyway. But we're screwed regardless from the structure.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. And like even this year, man said that Poch pointed out, that Klopp was given time to build the team. But he's the same brother that came in and said, this is Chelsea, we need to win. He put that pressure on himself. You know, like that. He could have come in and he could have easily come in and said, you know what, like, boom, spoken about the project that they're trying to build and X, Y, Z. This brother came in with vim, you know, like, and this is crazy. I believe that Pochettino, is not the overwhelming reason why this isn't working out. But I also believe that he's not helping himself. He's not helping himself.
What do you think the overarching reason is?
You haven't recruited well.
Do you believe our squad's 11th place quality?
No, not at all. That's what I mean. He's underachieving, but at the same time, I think your squad, like when I look at your squad, when I look at your squad, for instance, like I said about Liverpool, how are you gonna spend all that money, and you don't really have no attackers, bruv? Cole Palmer and Nkunku are your only two good attackers in your whole squad. The only two.
I think
and you spend all that money. Mudrik's crap. He trash, bro. And the brother costs like 80 million or something. Like, when you look at these things, bro, like he's offering man out to 1v1s. He's lucky that my knee's not better, bro, because I'd have taken the 10 grand from him. He's awful. Crazy, he's awful, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I see better players than that at Power League. He's absolute trash. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking at your attack, it's crazy.
A few signings I think is just straight fail right now. Yeah, he hasn't done anything to justify that at all. And I can't even say it's systemic with him. It's just, you haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. There's been minimal improvement, not to an acceptable point or to a point where you can really gas it. That's where we could have improved the attack. In terms of strikers, there just weren't options there. There hasn't been options, or at least no options that we would be aware of in terms of our level of football. Maybe a scout could see someone in the German league or think he could be pretty good. But in terms of us, there weren't any big name strikers out there. Tony and Osherman weren't leaving. Gyökeres weren't there. Could have got him earlier if this whole data analysis thing had any real legs to it. Who else? Vlahovic. Poch rejected Vlahovic. So that option wasn't there. So they want a striker in the market for us to go for. That's why I kind of understand the striker one. The wingers, we could have put that money towards better than Mudryk. I can say that. I think we can all agree on that. Whether he justifies the price tag in the future, we'll see. I ain't putting money on it right now. I'm not putting money on it because he hasn't done anything for me. But in terms of midfield, Enzo and Caicedo should be doing so much better, but it's the system that's the problem, which is why I can't even really judge them. Palmer, been brilliant. Madueke barely plays, but also don't really do anything to justify it either. He's just 30 million. Jackson's doing all right. Disasi, I've been saying, I think he's been our best centre-back this season for what it's worth. Badiashile, bar the last month or so, has been a good signing. Cucurella, for the fact we want to get rid of him, is probably a waste, and 65 million on a left-back was stupid to begin with. Petrovic, good signing. Sanchez, you could argue another waste.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
Gusto, that was money decent. Well spent.
Yeah.
If anything, we should have bought him earlier. So if you look at the majority of it, like, still think it's structural, because if you
Yeah,
look at them
yeah, but it's the
individually,
balance though, bro. It's the balance because, bro,
consensus.
you don't spend as much money as you've spent. Look at Madueke and Mudrik is over 100 million worth of attacker. That's crazy.
It's under, but I understand your point.
You know what
I
I'm
understand
saying,
your
bro?
point.
If Madueke costs 30 million and Mudrik costs what 70 odd million, bro, that's
62.
100. Cool. Like it's pretty much 100 mil.
Yeah, it's
Do you know
close.
what I mean? Like you're not getting 100 mil. Even if you combine them, there's still not 100 mil there. Like in one player. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's
Mm.
like goals win games. If I'm spending the money you're spending, I'm spending it on gunman. Even Sterling as well. Like signing Raheem Sterling was a waste of money. Raheem
Well,
Sterling,
this was
is a
another money
system
issue.
player.
We spent all that money in 2022 and then sacked the manager who was behind that like 2 weeks after. That
Mm,
doesn't make any sense. But when we talk about the wingers, partly structural is the problem too. Because
mm,
I always notice with these wingers, and I've seen some of my streamers notice it as well, these men have to be about 3 or 4 players just to even formulate a chance. We
mm,
don't put them in positions to shine. We put them in positions, right, where you gotta get the ball from the touchline, you gotta beat 2, 3 players, and then try and make your own chance. And then you might have another 1 or 2 opportunities to do that. So even
mm.
then, again, like they're not even put in the best climate to succeed. That's why, to me, the overarching problem, this coach. This coach
Oh
has
yeah,
set it to
I
fail.
think so too. But
Players
even
can't
if
be judged until the system is better.
I understand, but bro, like when I'm looking at this Chelsea team, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, if I'm the gaffer and you've given me Mudrik, Madueke, Sterling, Jackson, bruv, who's scoring, bruv? If not for Cole Palmer, bro. Like he's the only bit of real quality that man has in attack, like real, genuine quality, and he's still a kid that shouldn't be under this kind of pressure. Like your whole front line, really, man could get rid of and start again. You know, like that. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is, bro. And it's like I'm seeing at Man United, we're struggling to score goals. I think all of our strikers combined have less goals than Richarlison, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're not really scoring goals, but we've got players like McTominay that are popping up with goals. We got players like a different part of the pitch that are popping up with goals, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Your thing is crazy, blood, when I actually look at it because of how much you spent on these Donnies and they're not producing at all. A better coach definitely gets more out of this team. I'm not saying that they're not underperforming. They are. But a team like Chelsea, with the amount of money you spent, you have to make sure you get it right in the attacking areas, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea midfielders don't score goals, cool. But that's even more reason why you need more goals up front, bro. Even more reason. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not complaining that midfielders aren't scoring when your attackers are scoring. You're not complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Your attackers are massively, massively, massively underperforming. Like
I
massively.
hear it as well, but like there's truths in both, right? Because like there's no, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
it's
go
not one
against your
thing.
point because there's truth in what you're saying. My thing with this manager is that we struggle so much to have a cohesive 90-minute game, which is why I hate it when people say, "Oh, Poch coached a win in this game, this game, this game." No, 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 no. He coached a good first half. Football is a 90-minute game, not a 45-minute game. Why do our second
Facts.
halves always get worse with this manager? But then they'll say, "Oh, he coached a win. If this guy scored this, if Sterling scored the 3v1 in the first half, you win the game." What makes you think we win the game with this guy's game management? What
Mm.
makes you think that? I can count on one hand all of Potter's brilliant coachable games. You have Man City, you have Middlesbrough in the second leg. That's probably it. That's
To be
probably it.
fair,
What,
you
Luton at
you lot
home?
you lot actually played really well against Arsenal before your goalkeeper started doing a mad thing. That's probably the best
But
I've seen
even
you
then,
play.
his substitutions were killing the game.
Yeah.
It's just they eventually went down to individual moments, but it's not like his substitutions helped us. So I
Mm.
can't even give him the Arsenal match
Yeah.
because it's not 90 minutes. That is about 60 minutes of good coaching.
Mm.
There's another 30, and we drew. That's the difference.
I hear it, bro. Listen, I can't argue. I think he's definitely got a part to play, and that's what I say.
So you're
Same with
correct
10.
too with the attack. You're correct
It's
too with
just,
the
it's the
attack.
same with Ten Hag. Like it's the same with Ten Hag. Like he's not getting the best out of these players. There's no cohesive style of play. There's no consistent style of play. We're getting away with it at the moment, but we got an arse whooping around the corner. I can promise you lot that. Do you know what I'm saying? I can promise you lot that
Oh,
because
you and me both, brother. We're
the
about to
way
go
we're
to the
playing.
Etihad, and then we got the Carabao Cup final in
Yeah,
about 7
shit,
days.
we got the Etihad soon, and I think we got Villa next, and then Man City. So, do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones where, bro, like we won a
Just
game
hope we
3
tire
0
them out on Wednesday.
Bro, listen, we won a game 3-0 with an XG of 0.8, bro. Like, and these men think that they think that this is sustainable, you know, going forward. That's crazy. That is the maddest thing I've ever seen, bro. How can you win a game 3-0 with an XG of 0.8, bro? Like when I saw that, I was thinking that's crazy. When David Moyes is coming out after the game against West Ham saying, "Oh, we were the better team," and he was right, they were. Do you know what I mean? That tells you all that tells you all you need to know, bro. We are not out of the woods yet, bro. We
So
are not out of the
you
woods
guys
yet.
won 3-0, but it didn't look good at all.
It didn't look like the bruv. Listen, they had 22 shots on goal, bruv, and we won 3-0. You know, like
Fair,
that.
I
So
didn't catch it. We were playing the same time as you, innit?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. XG of 0.83. They had an XG of 1 point something, and we beat them 3-0. And that's what I mean in
That is
football.
insane.
In football, you don't always get what you deserve, and this is why, yeah, it's important to watch football and not just look at stats. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't watch the game, and you just look at stats, you would think that we're playing well at the moment, but we're
Yeah, I
actually
saw
not.
the highlights and I thought, oh, they won 3-0. They might be turning the corner. Fairs. All right, cool.
This is exactly what it is, bro. Our goal difference is still -1. We still got the lowest goal difference in the top half of the table. We still finished bottom of the Champions League group. People want to overlook these things and people get giddy, but you need to understand, yeah, that the league is a marathon, not a sprint. And this is exactly why I'll always say it's harder to win the league than to win a cup competition, because it's your average performance, yeah, across the whole 9 months of the season is what's going to win you a title. Not one game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Not one game, bro. Like
That's what I'm trying to tell people as well.
we
Poch
won the
gets
ropes against Newport, bruv.
But our fan base don't get that because they ignore the league position to say Poch has taken us to a cup final. We've improved. He deserves to walk us out because we've progressed further in the cup than we did last season. Even though last season we got City away in the 3rd round of both cup competitions. Like what? Is that progress? Oh yeah, we didn't buck City this time. Brilliant. We didn't face City immediately.
That was us as well when we won the league cup. Know what I mean? We got Newcastle in the final. We didn't play any of the big guns. You know
Getting through in the cup competition is levels easier because it's just one game. You can do some jammy BS and get through that. We still have a chance of winning the Carabao Cup final. We're not winning it, but I mean we have a chance. People are hanging on the fact that we have a chance. But if that's your reason for backing the manager, just don't cry when we lose. Don't cry.
I hear it, you know.
I will be consistent. I won't turn Poch out when we lose the cup final. We could win. I will say Poch out literally in Wembley while we're lifting the trophy. I'll still be Poch out. That won't make a difference. All I want is a trophy just so I can add one to the wall. That's it. So I can say we won it. So I can say we had a trophy for Bants. And an easy route
I would love
Europe.
if you lot win
We're not
that.
getting Europe with this fraud.
But beat Liverpool, I beg. Listen, oh my days.
Oh, I beg.
I beg, bro. Do you know what I mean? Klopp will cry. That's the bruv. Like, oh my days. I'd love to see Liverpool get smoked. I'd absolutely love it.
We are getting cooked left, right, and center. I need that trophy. I need that trophy. Just as something to retort back with. The amount of shit we've got from Liverpool fans because of the amount we spend. In fact, we bullied them in the market at the end and we're 11th. Let me have a trophy over them. I won't have to hear anything about Caicedo's life decisions if he gets a trophy before anyone at Liverpool. We'll be 1-0. I'll take that. I don't care what they win at the end of the season. All I need is that because our season is literally dependent on a Carabao Cup. This is where this manager's left us. We are looking at a Carabao Cup like it's a European competition. This is where we are with this coach. Before, like the Carabao Cup, I'd take it as an achievement. Never talk down on it, but that's a bonus trophy. Yeah, now it's like, shit, it's all we can get. It's all we can get.